Hello there, my name is Pavel Stelmach, and now we'll unveil the top news of recent days. The largest exchange of prisoners of war during the full-scale invasion took place. 230 Ukrainian men and women were released. One more time, 230 defenders are returning home. Among them, there are 130 representatives of the armed forces of Ukraine, 55 of the National Guard, 38 of the State Border Guard Service, 1 of the National Police, and 6 civilians who were illegally deprived of their liberty. Among those returned were those who had the official status of prisoners of war, confirmed through the International Committee of the Red Cross. 182 persons, but what is remarkable, there are 48 Ukrainian servicemen who were considered missing.
Most of them are soldiers and surgeons, but there are also officers. It is a really good day for Ukraine. Some of these warriors are defenders of Mariupol and Azovstal. Some of those freed today were not even initially known to be in captivity. They were considered missing. It is very important to keep hope alive. I thank the entire team that has worked and is working for the exchanges to continue. Budanov, Yermak, Usov, Maluk, Klimenko, and of course I thank each of our warriors on the front line who take the occupiers prisoner and replenish our exchange fund.
Some of the released Ukrainians have been in captivity since February 24th of the last year. Imagine they were in captivity for almost 2 years. 2 years of life are simply crossed out. Some of them may not have even known that the war was still going on. They didn't know that the country of Ukraine still existed. And not only that, our armed forces liberated a huge territory in Kyiv region, Chernihiv region, Kharkiv region and Kherson. Continuous attacks and counterattacks sank a fifth part of the Russian fleet, hit the invaders with HIMARS and Storm Shadow missiles. F-16 aircraft will be soon delivered. But I want to remind you that Russia used and uses Ukrainian prisoners of war to put pressure on Kyiv. Ukrainian prisoners of war began to massively call their families and ask them to protest against the Ukrainian government in Kyiv. It was informed by Petro Yatsenko, spokesperson for Ukraine's coordinating staff on the treatment of prisoners of war. For example, the wife of one of the Ukrainian prisoners of war said that Ukrainian soldier at the first call just said, "Valya, go make things hard for Kyiv." The man forbade her to ask questions, apologized and hung up. As we have repeatedly said, Russians don't care about all prisoners. Here is another proof. The last exchange took place before the Russian Christmas, and that's what Russians call it, Christmas. But we celebrated Christmas a week and a half ago, and if the Russians wanted to simply exchange people, they could do it anytime. Not now, during their church holiday. After all, the last exchange took place last year on August 7th. 22 soldiers returned. But you know, now I would like to rejoice for those families who will finally be able to hug their loved ones and support those who are still waiting for their loved ones from Russian prisons. As of today, Russia holds more than 3,000 Ukrainian soldiers and about 28,000 civilians. This is officially confirmed data, but the real number may be even higher. Putin signed a decree on granting Russian citizenship to foreign citizens who have signed a contract for military service in the Russian armed forces. It will also apply to family members of foreigners. How unexpected! How someone can come to Ukrainian soil to die, not only for money, but simply for a Russian passport.
2 years of war have already proven Russia's incompetence, and only the number of potential suiciders that Russia sends to another country delays the final collapse of the criminal empire. Russia has no military goals in Ukraine, but there is only the massive killing of civilians of another country. Heavy missile attacks have only genocidal intentions, and therefore they must be intercepted. Mikhailo Podolyak, advisor to the head of the Office of the President of Ukraine on social network X, formerly Twitter.
You know where you can find mercenaries? In poor countries that are currently suffering due to the Russian hybrid attack. Because the blocking of grain supplies to African countries, because of numerous conflicts in different parts of the world, which on the one hand put pressure on the world community and on the other hand make people live in poverty and therefore look for different ways to earn money. But it was not explained to the people who were promised Russian citizenship that the Tsar both gives citizenship and takes it away. There are plenty reasons. For example, citizenship was recently taken away from all those who violated the rules of military registration. Why does the Kremlin regime have people who will not go to fight, right? And it is not yet clear what, apart from Russian propaganda, pushes people to obtain a Russian passport. Nowadays, in most countries of the world, it is a shame to say that you are Russian because few people want to associate themselves with the nation that started the biggest war in the 21st century. Well, except for those who are proud of their bloodthirsty leader and imperialist country. That concludes our today's video. Thank you for watching and stay updated. Comment, like and subscribe to our UATV English channel for more news from Ukraine. Your support really matters. Goodbye.